This is Jack Fishman behind the camera speaking with music director Sebastian Langlessing about the upcoming classics concerts on the 20th and the 21st of May. Sebastian, you've got Mozart, Schumann, and Beethoven coming up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the program.
I mean, this is now a post-Tchaikovsky festival program, which is a little bit of a different diet. I mean, we had all this luscious romantic music by Tchaikovsky, and now we're going into a completely different universe. On either side of the program, we have two symphonies. At the beginning, the Paris Symphony, which is an early Mozart symphony. It's a very rococo piece, very elegant and fresh, a little bit like the more famous Hafner Symphony of the same period. And it's a very fresh and uplifting piece in a French style with a French atmosphere. At the end of the program, we have Beethoven's 8th Symphony, and interestingly enough, I would call it a neoclassical symphony, which is a bit unusual title for a classical composer like Beethoven. But Beethoven, in the time before the 8th Symphony, already opened the gate to the Romantic era, especially with the Pastoral Symphony that has a very romantic flair about the thematic ideas he's bringing up. And also number 5, which is in the concept already a very romantic piece. And even Eroica has a romantic idea in it. The 8th Symphony is a very pure symphony that is, in a lot of senses, very Haydn. It pays homage to Haydn in a very great way, and also it has been composed when the metronome has been invented. So the second movement, we hear the clicking of the metronome, tick 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 tick, with no pity, and that's the woodwinds giving the tempo to the violins. And this is a very humorous piece, quite unusual, especially when you see it in the setting between number 7, this exuberant symphony, and number 9, that is one of the biggest symphonies ever written before. In the middle of the program, we have 2 pieces by Schumann, and this is maybe the classic romantic piece. Classic romantic, I mean, this is like the essence of romanticism. Especially the overture we play, Manfred's overture, is a hyper-romantic piece. And with this, I mean, the tempo goes into all directions, into extremes of being slow and then pushing up in fast accelerandos of nightmarish fever dreams that Manfred has. And so it's a very, very, very move piece, and not with a classic approach at all. That means not being so formal or structural, but all about the emotional content. And then we have a cello concerto, Schumann's cello concerto, which is one of the most important cello concertos in the repertoire. But also, if you compare it to the other big warhorses of romantic cello concertos, let it be Dvorak or Elgar, it is a very intimate piece. In a way, a love song to Clara Schumann, you could call it. It's a very sensitive first movement. Then he has a transitional part that is almost sounds Renaissance or Baroque, and then a virtuoso finale, but also on a very light way. It's not a show-off per se, virtuosic piece, but a piece that demands a lot of musicianship.
And you've hired Albin Gerhard, who you've worked with many times before.
Yeah, I worked with him many times before, and actually we are going to go to Australia together in September to do Shostakovich 1. He's a wonderful cellist. I mean, he's the best cellist in his generation at the moment, and one of the most interesting cellists around it, I think. Really fantastic musicianship, wonderful sound, and a great virtuoso and a great person. I mean, I think the audience will go crazy after that concerto. Absolutely.
So that's the 20th and 21st of May, Mozart, Schumann, and Beethoven Symphony No. 8. Thank you.